diplomatic strength. They've given us negotiating strength. I settled a few of the wars just based on tariffs. I said, as an example, with India and with Pakistan.
Hey viewers, you're watching The Savera and I'm Vidhi Joshi. China has announced the suspension of an additional 24% tariff on US goods for 1 year while retaining an existing 10% levy, according to a statement released by the State Council Tariff Commission on Wednesday. The decision takes immediate effect and will remain in place for 1 year. This move follows the recent meeting between Chinese President Xi Jinping and US President Donald Trump, marking a significant step towards easing trade tensions between the world's two largest economies. The announcement comes shortly after the two leaders met on the sidelines of the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit in Busan, South Korea. Their talks, which lasted more than 2 hours behind closed doors, were described as amazing and a fantastic new beginning by President Donald Trump. He stated that the discussions resulted in a lot of decisions and that conclusions on several key issues would be released soon. Donald Trump also confirmed that both the nations agreed on steps to reduce tariffs, resume US soybean exports to China, and address the issue of fentanyl trafficking. We agree that President Xi Jinping will work very hard to stop fentanyl. Soybean purchases will start immediately, and tariffs on China will be lowered from 57% to 47%, Donald Trump told, following the meeting. In its official statement, the Chinese Tariff Commission emphasized that the suspension of 24% levy was aimed at promoting the stable development of bilateral trade relations, which had been strained by years of tit-for-tat tariff measures. Despite the suspension, China will maintain its 10% tariff on selected US goods. The Commission also announced that China, the world's largest agricultural importer, will lift tariffs of up to 15% on selected US agricultural products beginning November 10. This measure is expected to benefit American farmers exporting commodities such as soybeans, corn, wheat, and pork industries that were severely impacted during the height of the trade dispute. The latest policy adjustment is a part of a broader effort by both Beijing and Washington to de-escalate trade hostilities and rebuild trust after years of escalating tariffs that at one point exceeded 100% on certain goods. Earlier in the year, both the sides agreed to a temporary truce during trade talks in Geneva, pledging to gradually roll back tariffs and releases the situation after 90 days. The US had reduced tariffs on Chinese imports to 30%, while China reciprocated with a cut to 10% on American goods. However, tensions flared again in October when President Donald Trump announced a new round of 100% tariffs on Chinese imports, citing Beijing's expanded controls on rare earth exports. In retaliation, China imposed sanctions on 5 US-linked subsidiaries operating in South Korea. The recent meeting in South Korea appears to have brought a renewed sense of cooperation, with both the sides indicating that they are close to finalizing a trade deal. Analysts view China's decision to suspend the additional tariffs as a calculated move to stabilize the economic relationship and signal goodwill following the leadership-level discussions. The easing of tariffs, particularly on agricultural goods, may also serve as a relief to American farmers and exporters who have been among the hardest hit by the prolonged trade conflict. In what could mark a turning point in US-China economic relations, both the governments have expressed optimism about future engagements. This decision announced this week are widely seen as the early steps towards a more comprehensive agreement aimed at resolving long-standing trade disputes and preventing further economic escalation between the two major powers. That's all for now. Stay tuned to The Savera for more updates. Do like, comment, and subscribe to the channel.